What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a 2008 mixtape by Freekey Zekey of Dipset. Basically, this product is called Henny and a Cigarette, and it came out in the late summer of 2008. So the fair about this product here is Freekey Zekey dropped a hit album in 2007, which had some pretty good fairs about it in a low-key type sense, which was the Book of Ezekiel from the summer of 2007. But particularly after that, he never dropped a further type album within pitches like that. It's kind of the fair. He was kind of like the Tony Yayo of Dipset as far as this person album, not to say in terms of quality pitches like that, but this kind of the cat that was more off to the wayside, that just kind of had more ho-hum type fare within the pitch. It's not like the quality of the music was off to the wayside, but it's just the pitch he just didn't commonly drop as much, and was just kind of felt in certain instances more of like roadie type material pitches like that. And it's not roadie in terms of the aspect, it's not roadie material in terms of his impact. The fair about it is he just didn't have as many albums out pitches like that. So it's kind of fair as far as saying he had a series of mixtapes like Tony Ayo, some of those type folks particularly. But then the more you think about it, Joel Santana kind of got sabotaged as well, kind of within the pitch. I mean, Cameron and Dipset as a whole kind of particularly more or less fell apart within those pitches as far as the format's going to happen. And just the bickering. Jim Jones continued to drop a series of albums. He actually wound up having a larger output than Cameron did. Cameron had some personal type problems, like problems with his mother and pitches like that kind of happened 2007, 2008, 2009, so it's pitches like that. So he was out of the picture, but Cameron was not affiliating with like particularly Freekey Zekey, Jim Jones, or Joel Santana very much around these times. But luckily, it felt more or less like for a while that Jim Jones kind of became like the more or less kind of unofficial kind of leader of Dipset for a while, and basically Freekey Zekey put out some products. So it's just within the pitch. This is probably a real notable type one, real Apple type album cover, pitches like that, some dope stuff. It's the product, simple type flair, having the gliss like Henny and a cigarette, not the full bound recommend cigarettes within those pitches, but it's the product to just smoke, drink type fare within the pitch. Figured this mixtape would be pretty blistering, and it is. It's kind of the product, excellent type product to kind of get within these aspects. Now, even if it doesn't have like a full bound kind of song within the pitch, it designating towards getting tore up within those aspects. It does have like the club gliss on here, some good neighborhood jumps pitch like this. It's kind of more of a saunter, kind of extra embellished type noise, I'd say, about it within the pitch behind it. Just a lot more. This particular mixtape has some priming type ones within the pitch as far as like the fair. It doesn't appear to have like a single pitches like that, but it does have a couple mixtape gems on here. There's a good spin on like the Apologize song that was pretty large in 2008 pitches like that. So they turn it into like a cocaine type song, which is excellent type pitches. I look after, but it's kind of the fair as far as saying just on top of that, the more or less particular fair is what kind of goes along with like the impact of this mixtape. It just has like some priming songs, and then kind of more or less within the impact of, this is kind of more of like a city type product, more so than residential bound, full bound. So it's kind of within the pitch. Snack run type songs on here. Definitely go pick up like some corn chips, frozen burritos, things like that, but kind of more amidst the aspect of more with Freekey Zekey being from the East Coast. This has more city embellished, where it would be more popular within the tones as far as some of these type ones. But it does have like particular kind of weavings, just the aspect of like the outing type fare, some traffic type songs within certain type pitches as well within pitches like that. So this kind of has the fare about it. Has a couple nightclub songs on here. Paper Trail, the album by T.I., was pretty large within those aspects around that time. So it has a couple of bubbly type club gems, pitches like that within those aspects, similar to songs like Whatever You Like and Live Your Life, some of those type ones within a pitch. It's a little bit more commercial than expected, considering how low-key that Freekey Zekey kind of was around this time within those pitches. It seemed like he had kind of simmered back out of the spotlight after like Book of Ezekiel kind of did decent, but didn't get like the capital type noise. Dipset, like I was saying, was kind of in a strange era around this particular time. Joel Santana was originally supposed to drop an album in 2007, but that didn't happen, so it's just kind of pitch. So it's just kind of fair as far as saying, but yeah, it has some commercial bite about it on here, pitch like that. There's 15 songs on this mixtape, and out of those 15, I recommend all 15 pitches like that. Now, 2 of which are mixtape songs that are remixes to former songs, one of which is Money Make You Come by Rick Ross, which is off his Trill album, and then the other one of which is Apologize, which I think might have been One Republic, one of those type folks. It's just within the page, but it's the Apologize song within those formats, so they do a rehash of that, so it's good type fare. But there's 13 songs I'm going to talk about, so 10 out of 10 mixtape. Jim Jones is only on this product once. There's a cat named Sen on here. There might be some other guests on this particular product. Joel Santana is unfortunately not on here, but pitch, there's at least a Sen cat within these fairs, but apparently It appears that Rate Your Music doesn't recognize many full-bound other guests within these pitches if there are more, but Jim Jones is on the 25 song, which is the Apologize remix as far as those fairs going to happen. It's not actually a remix to the song, but it's just a flip of the song as far as those fairs going to happen, but Jim Jones is on that Apologize song, and then pitches like that, I would say. Yeah, but basically Freekey Zekey goes in. So yeah, the product about this particular album, it's an exciting album, I would say, within these pitches. Definitely the flair about it as far as just the aspect of having a full plate of schedules as far as something that you're going to wind up doing within the pitch as far as like some turn up just within the aspect. If you do have like some Henny and Swishers type fare nearby pitches like that, it's a good excellent primer to have like that, whether in the whip or just at the crib pitches like that. So it's extra type moments to kind of get the turn up kind of going with the aspect as far as like the subsequent kind of pop off. These songs on here, so it has some good kind of dance divas on here to get things popping within those pitches within the turn up type fashion. So it's a nice sparky type album within the pitch behind it. Just to say within the product, this has some outing type fare within pitches like that. So just active within the pitch for those first gonna have. But I look after it. So yeah, I recommend all 13 songs. So I'm just gonna get talking about some of these. Who the Hell is a nice one. It's like a stylish kind of paper trail flavor, kind of club cooling to get within these aspects. Just basic kind of marinade, I'd say. Pop a bottle of this, definitely. Just some standard gleams. So this is one of those type ones that feels very similar to whatever you like. Maybe not as full-bound hooky, but within aspects, within that relative type variety. Good pitches like that as far as this first can happen. Just a good icy type one within pitches like that. It's good, typical kind of snaz. Some of those type fares, just vintage to late 2000s. Definitely the paper trail era. Things by Shoddy Love feels very ATL type flavor pitches like that, but it's just a good New York flips on those type flares. There's another one on here I was trying to think of that's pretty similar to that. Oh yeah, Give Me Some Lovin' is just like that one as well. Who the Hell as far as these pitches can happen. Give Me Some Lovin' is like a good combo with Who the Hell, I'd say. Just a jazzy kind of club embellish, definitely. Stunt night, good song to buy a drink, just to get the fares popping as far as those pitches can happen. So disc, game to spit, fares like that. Just good Friday, Thursday type loud pack, buy it, get some dames, some drinks, get them going within those pitches as far as the format's gonna have. So just excellent type material for like lounge type aspects within bar hopping pitches like that, or just nightclub type embellish pitches like that. Get the Hennessy, figure out where some of those good Hennessy, Hypnotic, Alizé, some of those pitches, get that popping within those pitches. A good type fare. Boneless Chicken is nice on here. Like the song title about this as well. It's a good nice tune for that particular aspect. Good flair about it. Boneless Chicken's like a low-key, kind of sludgy, vintage 2000s kind of Dipset lounge and standard fare. I'd say about this one, just smoke a bit to this. So it's kind of fair as far as saying a lot of these particularly feel like leftovers from Jim Jones's album, The Hustler's P.O.M.E. from 2006. It's some of that lounge type fare, just post-up type fare, corner block type post-up type fare, but just more neighborhood bound. Pitch like that, just kind of extra type product to listen to within those aspects as far as like the flair, like particular city noise pitches like this. So this snack run or residential type fare pitch like that, just within the aspect. But yeah, definitely good smokage. Good nice one. Cali is pretty quality as well. It's like a Feeling Right kind of throwback to turntable and early 90s kind of bounce, I'd say. Very much like Sir Mix-a-Lot, some of that folks feels ripped out of 92. Digital Underground, some of that folks just not so much full-bound boom bap, but definitely very turntable-ass with like DJ scratch and pitches like that. It's good song to have a few rounds to and bop to within those pitches within the formats. So just kind of one. It's definitely a good nice one to get pretty twisted to within those aspects. So just one of those type ones, just really have the turn up going within a throwback type sense. It's excellent aspects there. Yeah, this steps out of its zone too within the pitch. It's not just delegated to like one particular coast or things like that. It has a little bit of southern type flavor on here. It has some west coast type ones. Not as many full blown west coastal ones like this one. Cali's one of the few, but his pitches kind of have some spices within those extra aspects of it. Start My Day is nice, like the appeal of this song as well. Good aspect within the topic of it. It's like a good early bird to like 2010's mixtape bustle, I'd say here. Just getting turned in like a lax sense, I'd say about it. Just kind of some vibing, so it's kind of the pitch. Some of these type ones have the product within the aspect of just having standard type fare where the party favors and things like that are going to be nearby within those pitches, but kind of does it more in like a 2010, almost 2011 type flavor, some of those type aspects, but just kind of the product of. Yeah, so just definitely a very trendy type one within pitches like that. It's kind of aspect as far as like the fare, just getting towards this ear to the streets type tune within pitches like that as far as like the formats of figuring out like the next modes as far as some of those type pitches. Just yeah, get crunk definitely within a more local bound type sense pitches like that. So it's kind of the ordeal, but yeah, just the standard block and turn up type noise I'd say within pitches like that. Definitely like the flair about it. Yeah, so I would definitely say Start My Day is like a good primer within the aspect as far as just like something to kind of listen to. Is like the energy kind of gets kicked off kind of within the fare. A little bit of makeshift in there within pitches like that, kind of say within the product of it. Could almost be like something to kind of have like the post type sesh, but just also within the pitch, just kind of the product of by Start My Day. variations of it can kind of be with start my day, whether you're referring to it like early in the morning, just woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or start my day once day tasks are done, kind of getting towards the product to like where the real day starts, where the night shift type fare and the crunk gets to happening. So it's kind of the pitch, but yeah, this works within the appeal behind it. Say about it. In the Hood is nice as well as like a basic neighborhood strut through, I'd say. Snack Run like a city sense. This good song to pick up like corn chips, pitches like that, so on and so forth deals. So kind of missed the pitch of some of these. Some of these block bound kind of city type ones, but then pitches like that. The standard fare, less residential, more city bound, but it's kind of the pitch that these just work within the same aspect. It's basically getting like a standard kind of 3-6 Mafia styled mixtape songs type ones that do like these snack run type songs, just in a more NY type flavors is good. Thinking of some of the type folks that were from NY that did that type fare. Joel Santana and Jim Jones definitely did, so it's good type pitch. Have Freekey Zekey have some of these type ones as well. Good, excellent aspect. Hose is nice as well as like a gloss come through kind of energy and minty and icy kind of embellished kind of have this good aspect. This good pep and spit flame to this particular song, pitch like that. Just happy to see the particular divas that are around, pitch like that. Just overall, just glossed out type energy, just real. Some of those it's a vibe type moments, just spiffy, turned up, just real crunk like that. Just real like this cheesing pretty good within those aspects. Just good song for some kickoffs as far as the pitch kind of happens. So just kind of missed the aspect. It's a good thorough type embellish with the product. It's a good thorough embellish with the product to some of these type songs pitched like that. So yeah, it's just kind of the ordeal. Good excitement about some of these type flares within it. Good pitches as far as like definitely don't kind of post hour spice as far as those pitch can happen. Just within the aspects like the social type flare of it as far as the pitch can happen. So just to miss the pitch alike. It seems like there are a couple work shift type ones on here within a relative type sense. I think there's at least more or less the city bound type ones, more amidst like the day traffic type fare pitches like that are kind of combined with like snack run type fare. So it's kind of the pitch as far as saying that it has the product to like keeping pep kind of within the aspects. It's not the malaise is not as much full bound on here within those pitches. Not like that's a foul thing. Definitely the aspect to like the spice of just getting crunk and having the aspect to like turn up, you know, on a blitz type fashion on a normal basis. So it's good type flair for that. Money is a nice song as well as like a get crank kind of evening primer, I'd say. Just post work shift kind of excitement. Trips to like the gas station, I'd say here, just good for some pickups. So I'd say Money basically feels like a song by Rick Ross, like Hustlin', just an NY type version of a song like that. Just basic conduct and just kind of a day push, just gas station good stuff like gas station runs, things like that, picking up like combos, sounds that pitches, just good pickups, fares like that, just with them pitch. My Soul is a nice one. It's like an in-between kind of homebound fare to get. Just check your phone, some of those type pitches, just extra type product, just kind of extra type noise pitches like that. Good song to look up some mixtapes kind of on the in-between, figure out some new products for like the fare of like 411 with your pals, pitches like that. It's kind of good for, you know, grab like some Funyuns, have some of those type fares with it. Funyuns, dinners, snacks, and goodies, pitches like that. Also a good, nice one to roll up some ganja as far as those pitch can have. So just within the ordeal as far as saying it's kind of extra type fares, kind of within the pitch. Not so much like the most vicious type song off the out or the mixtape pitches like that, but just kind of within the product as far as saying just kind of good blacks type noise pitches like that. So it's kind of the ordeal. Just throw some house clean or day task in there as well within pitches like that. But just standard fare, just good relative. Good mellow type one within those fares. I don't think I've talked about Slow Kill, but Slow Kill is nice as well as like a basic Jim Jones from 06 and Fat Joe styled NY game. Slow Kill is like a basic Jim Jones from 06 and Fat Joe styled NY game lay as far as those pitch can happen. Just kind of around the city, kind of block commute as far as those fares can go. So just within pitch, some of these type ones, like I was talking about, like In the Hood and particularly like Money, some of these type ones pitch like that. I think Big Spender's another one within those aspects kind of does that. Takes it back to songs by Jim Jones like Emotionless and Weatherman, songs type pitches within the format as far as those first come. So this excellent type pitch, just further type product, that noise. Just definitely within the product, just getting further helpings of Hustler's P.O.M.E. within those pitches is just bona fide type exit product on here. It's too bad that Jim Jones wasn't on this project just maybe one or two more times more within those pitches. Would have been some excellent type fare, but this is a pretty blistering type product within the appeal. Freekey Zekey does solid with this particular mixtape as far as these first going to have them. A good type pitch, just extra products to some of those type late 2000s kind of Dipset energy. Also feels like Fat Joe for me, myself, and I days pitches like that. I don't think I've talked about My Bitch yet. My Bitch is nice as well. It's like a lush and satin kind of finer taste and cozy kind of kickback to get here. Just cater to get some divas catered pitches like that. Some type of ordeals, smoke loud within these particular fairs. Just have a hell of a night pitches like that. So it's kind of the aspect of this more chillax type fashion. Doesn't as much full bound feel romantic pitches like that, but it's kind of the aspect of this me and my bitch type tone, just pitches like that, sounds type ones, just post up real nice, good type fare, just more on kind of keeping it 100 type vibes, pitches like that. So just keeping it real type aspects within the pitch as far as those formats going to happen. It's not as pop and kind of softcore type centric within pitches like that, but just good, nice one for the flares behind it. Good, nice flares pitches like that. Big Spender's a nice one as well. As like a jazzy city embellish to get just out and around, I'd say, or priming for like a blitz night as far as those pitches can happen. Just good, get crunk in betweens. Just in a good mood type song pitches like that. It's kind of some loud pep as far as those pitches can happen. By loud pep, just the product of like pep for having like some loudness factor within those pitches as far as the format's can happen. Just the general excitement. It's Friday nights, Thursday nights, and those type pitches within the pop off getting crunk. Good type flares like that. So I think that particularly happens to be the fair about this mixtape as far as these pitches going to happen. Oh yeah, I think there's one more song I haven't talked about on here, which is So Many. So So Many is like a nice cool cat groove. The song So Many is like a nice cool cat groove and low-key kind of later shift saunter as far as these pitches can happen. Definitely strip club type energy pitch like that. It's kind of amidst the night type fair. Kind of miss like the sludgy kind of after hours type product. It's Red Eyes to this particular song, definitely from like Smoke product, I'd say. It's good, nice one for feeling right, and it's pretty spiffy type songs. So pitches like that feels like Outkast off their 96 album. Some of those type fairs too short, some of those type vibes. It's more within the aspect of more fog related pitches like that within the aspect of just kind of hole in the wall type aspects of low key type sense within pitch. It just like smoother and fine tuned kind of late shift groove as far as this pitch can go. So just within a product, good bounce about that particular song. So yeah, this mixtape gets a 10 out of 10 pitches like that. The social score, I kind of feel like within the fair behind it, the social score, more or less, it doesn't have a single, doesn't have a super ton of guests. Jim Jones is on one of the larger type songs on here, some good type flair about it, but I feel like I'd probably give the social score probably like a, in terms of the quality of the project, it'd get like a 10 out of 10, but just the relative kind of low-key typeness, it might be more of like a 9.75. I just look within the pitch as far as saying it's just the fair, it's not being picky or things like that. It's just kind of the pitch that just seems like the commonplace, like the full bound as to how much folks would know about Freekey Zekey. I mean, it's definitely a thrilling type project within pitch. I'd say with it probably moreover deserves a 10 out of 10. It's basically 10 within an asterisk. I'd say I'd give it a 10 social within the pitch, like the quality behind it and the blitziness that some of these type moments kind of have, but more of a 9.75 within the pitch, like the recognition kind of behind it. Just kind of the fair as far as saying some of these type ones, like the out and around within like the city type fair, just some of these type ones for snack run type pitches, same sort of residential type fair, but just within more populate type places. Get tore up, things like that, some of those type of aspects, just easily kind of having the Hennessy and smoke type product in your system, pitches like that. The Diva fits as far as like some good jazzy type factor, good excitement and spiffy type moods, I say, within the aspect. There's some good kind of traffic embellish as well within certain pitches like that. It's kind of in between. I like the fact that the snack run kind of songs kind of weave with like the standard makeshift and pitches like that. So get the bills paid in there within those aspects on top of that, but just kind of fair, just kind of having some pep within the recreational type fair on top of that within those pitches. Couple kind of low key type strip club and just more hole in the wall type places, pitches like that, and like a little bit of club stepping within a fizzy type sense. A little bit of club stepping within like a fizzy type sense, like Paper Trail as far as those aspects kind of having a couple commercial songs and like a mixtape type sense, like Apologize and Money Make Me Come, pitch like that. It's a good type of ordeal. So 10 social with an asterisk, just depending upon the how often it'd be sought out, pitches like that, because Freekey Zekey is pretty low key. Yeah, I look after. So in terms of future, like Freekey Zekey is kind of more a product of like the 2000s. He had probably pretty much more or less been around since like the early 2000s, so over 20 years, pitches like that. It's kind of the ordeal. It's like a low key type mixtape, but there are more of these within these products. I'm going to get the Freekey Zekey more. Now this probably will not surface until later on in 2026, pitches like that, but it is a good, or actually never mind, I forgot this is going to surface just in a couple days as far as these pitches come, November 2025. So pitches like that, excellent type ordeals, good blistering type mixtape, pitches like that. So this is a real classic.